With the introduction of the new way of working and well-defined operating models, we now understand how work is performed in the form of processes. At the highest level, these processes are organized in a metro map. The metro map shows us metro stops that define the interfaces between functions and the relationship between multiple processes. This training video will familiarize you with these terms and show you how to assign them when classifying a service quality event in Quest. The metro map shows multiple processes and which function is responsible for delivering them. The solid and open circles on the metro map are referred to as metro stops and represent groupings of activities. Open circles represent interfaces between two functions. A process is formed from a series of activities to describe what we do. Each activity is assigned to a function that is responsible for performing that activity in a safe, reliable, and efficient manner. The metro stops are arranged and grouped into processes. As shown, the operating processes cover everything from sales planning to receivables management. Each process is assigned to a function called a process owner. The process owner is responsible for ensuring the effectiveness of the process from end to end. With this framework in place, we now have the capability to define where in our process a loss was identified, and later, when performing the investigation, what activity caused the loss. So as we move to a process-driven way of working, we are able to provide the process owners a better understanding of how to improve their processes. Switching over to Quest, we will now demonstrate how to assign a process owner, process, metro stop, and activity to a service quality event. The reporter will find on the SQ main page two new drop-down menus called Process Owner and Process. Start by selecting a process owner first, and then the relevant process in the second drop-down menu. If the reporter is unsure who the process owner is, they can skip this field as it is optional and leave the setting on the default of all and start by choosing the relevant process. Once the process is chosen, the next drop-down, Metro Stop, will appear and be filtered based on the previous selection. Choose the appropriate Metro Stop and the last drop-down, Activity, will appear. Select the specific activity where in the process the service quality loss was identified. By classifying all service quality events in this way, we now know which process failed and which process owner is responsible for improving the end-to-end performance. We also know in which specific activity the failure was detected. This same classification is also used during an investigation. The investigator must assign to each subroot cause a process owner, process, metro stop, and activity. The main difference is that this time the selection will point to what activity caused the loss. In most cases, this will be an activity that preceded the activity chosen on the SQ main page. This concludes the training video, how to assign a process owner, process, metro stop, and activity to a service quality event.